Blazer day, project land. Got a window regulator that is broken, like broken, like I've never seen a window regulator. We'll look into that. Hopefully I can get that done because it's starting to get cold here. And I have a windshield wiper motor. I should probably stick to one of those things and keep my hopes really low, but I think I'm gonna try to get them both done today. Should be a matter of 7 or 8 bolts total, and it will probably take all day, and I might just break something else. So let's take a look. All right, so this is the general trouble area. The window is stuck there. Now, at some point, it was really tight going up and down, and I took a look into that, and the window was out of the track, which I learned on these things is a little rubber channel thing in here that's remarkably easy to adjust. You do have to have the door panel off. There's a bolt there, and there's a bolt there. But you loosen those guys, you can shove the glass back in. Now, a previous owner clearly had this problem and rounded off the window crank. How do I know that? Well, they solved it with this. Yep. So, yeah. Now, the problem I see here, in addition to needing to cut this off because, well, I'm never getting it out if I don't. But in addition to that, I feel like the window is going to want to be either up or down, I'm not sure which, to replace this regulator. I have a brandy spanking new one right yonder. It's high quality. You can see right here it says made in Taiwan, and I don't know if it's the same, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. And yeah, step one is figuring out where the window's got to be in order to change this and get these rollers out of the tracks, which the way that looks right there makes me think the window might want to, go that away. But in order to get it there, yep, still, no, nothing happening. So yeah, when they rounded this over the first time, they didn't think, gee whiz, why is this difficult to move and adjust the thing. They thought, well, let's weld that on for some more stickum. So this thing was stuck like Winnie the Pooh in a honey jar, but now I greased it up, and it seems like I might get somewhere. But the impression I'm getting is this guy wants to come out that way through this more opener spot, which means the window's got to come more downer. So I think we're going to work on that a little bit before we take out these 4 bolts and cut that off, because I don't know how loosey-goosey that's going to get. So if I can't get it done with those bolts in there, the bolts come out, and maybe we can do a little shifty. So I hate working with glass. If you didn't know it, it's really breakable. And when you break it, resetting it in glass channel, it can break. And then once you get it in the glass channel and you got to get it in the door, well, it can break. This is a job best left for the pros, in my opinion, because it's frustrating. But I'm impatient, so here goes nothing. I'm also cheap. At least you get to watch. Oh, the other thing about these window regulators is, right now, that's all the range of movement I can get out of it. But if I somehow break it loose, these things will guillotine your fingers right off like scissors. I mean, not really, it'll just hurt a lot because this glass is also heavy. Hey, dog. Hey, Pooch. So, I'm guessing GM put this hole here for a reason. I'm gonna loosen up the channel a little bit. The rubber poodle snapper in here, what holds the glass, just to make sure it's not tensioned and stuck in there, because that was the original problem. It had either bounced out or it's hard to say what these idiots were doing with this truck before I got it. That's doing nothing for me. Take out this new guy. See what we're working with in here. So, handle mechanism. That doesn't feel right at all. Huh. Ah, there we go. That's more right. Hey, dog. There's dog. So these roller doohickeys go in our tracks in the door, and all I can assume is that the teeth that mesh in here from our handle are stripped entirely in here, because I got no movement forward or backwards. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I can feel the regret already. I feel like if I pull these bolts and cut this guy off, I might be able to slide the whole regulator out this way, because this will be cut off. And that might be my fastest way out of here. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't love it. And then somehow I've got to keep the glass from just like falling and breaking into a million pieces, which might mean jamming these bolts back in and adjusting this thing so it's super tight. That's probably my best bet. So let's reverse course. So I just reached in and grabbed it and slid it over, which took all the adjustment out of here. I mean, let's talk about goals here for a second too. This is just supposed to be a daily driver. I bought it, it was all boogered up, put a new automatic overdrive transmission, still four-wheel drive, don't freak out. But I commute in the city a lot, and I drive this thing on the highway 30 miles a day. That's what I'm trying to get it to. I had some good runs this summer, but I had some issues that I think were a distributor. Maybe I'll make a video what the hell that was. I'm still not sure that I solved it. I have not been able to recreate the problem yet, so since I think I fixed it. Right. Alright, go get some cutty tools. So I got the window crank remover 2000 and the window crank remover 6.1. I think the 2000's where it's at, because I can get in there. The problem is I just replaced the windshield, and in the past I've actually sent sparks flying in such a way that they actually melt into the glass just enough. Heads up for you guys, that's a bummer. You know, and then other than that, if I direct them away from the windshield, you gotta make sure about what's around you, and try not to set something on fire. In my experience, the most likely thing that I set on fire is me. If you have some torn up jeans or a frayed flannel shirt, it's like wearing a tinderbox. So, you know, I've set myself on fire many times, never really bad, but, you know, heads up for you guys. Oh, on that note, safety. Safety glasses for these. Getting metal in your eye really sucks. Sometimes you can get it out with a magnet, which is gross. Sometimes you just gotta let it rust out. And, you know, every once in a while when you get it really bad, when you gotta go to the doctor. And, you know, that's just, it'll just ruin your day. So, anyway. Gang. All right. Just gonna loosen these guys. Probably take them all the way out. Probably have a socket for this, but you know, I'd have to go get one. Oh, that's sharp. When I take these out, I like to toss them all in one place, like the floorboard, so there's only a 62% chance of completely losing them. I'm real bad about that. Got 1,000 like tool trays and magnetic little cups, and I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding already. All right. All right. Well, it was only a matter of time. Well, that's where I'm gonna go. Well, we got a lot more movement. We got one bolt still in there. I wonder if I loosen that. That's our issue here. I'd love to get the window out of the track without getting the regulator loose, but doesn't feel like it's going to be that kind of party. Shove that. That's not going to do anything. Nope. I'm going to pull the last bolt, see what kind of hurt that puts us in. Get it, dog? You tell him. Well, the regulator's loose. So that's interesting. Kind of shoving the whole thing this way, hoping to get one of the wheels out of the track. Hey, look at that. Alright, one of them's out. Oh shit. Just trying to wrestle the wheel out of the track. Alright, 2 out of 3 wheels are out. Alright, dog, come here. Hey, that's enough. You did a great job. Good job. You tell him. You tell him how tough you are. They know now. You can stop. Hey, dog. Okay. All right. All right. We're not going anywhere. You don't have to get in yet. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. I don't know what's going on in here. The last wheel's got to come out, but I can't tell if there's a slot like this on the other side, or if it's supposed to roll. Well, it doesn't want to come any further this way. So that did it. Wonder how to jam this thing up here, because let me figure out how to do that so that I can get the regulator out and we can shove a new one in there, because right now I'm in serious danger of breaking that window. So I guess I'll just let it sit down and we'll go from there. I managed to remove a sweatshirt, that's it. I don't have a better solution for this. I lifted it up and down and I thought about it and I looked in there. There's just no obvious way to do it, so I think I'm just gonna wrestle it out. I mean, I don't want to spend more time trying to figure out how to make a window. Well, what do I got going on? I'm gonna lower the window. We can do a little inspecting. Oh, that's a terrible idea too. I think I just need to get after it. We'll inspect later. So, oh boy, this guy goes in such a way that I think I have to roll this roller on and slide the whole thing over. I wonder if that would do it. I'm gonna see if I can bind it up in a convenient place. It's not really wanting to do that. Can't really wedge glass, that's an unwise idea. Yep. Don't think this will come out this way either. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I kind of need it in there, so what am I worried about here? All right. struggle is real. This is a good time to mention the importance of friends. If you have them, maybe it's a good project to invite them over and, you know, have them hold the window while you get all this done. Maybe a sport. Buy them a cold snack. Honestly, I don't know if I have it in the right way. Yeah, maybe I do. I need some grease. Alright gang, I'm glad you weren't here to see this. Man, that was hateful. I greased it up, which, dog! Hey! They're allowed! That made everything slipperier, which on the one hand helped, on the other hand didn't. All of this is really sharp. My advice to you is put some tape around that. I got a pretty good solid exfoliating. All the top layer of skin on my hands has been removed. So there's that. Got the thingy coming through the hole. That's good. So now, in theory, I've got 4 bolts to line up. How hard could that be? And then I gotta run down yonder to the auto parts store, find us a proper window handle so that we don't have to weld a wrench on, you know. I got 682.7 gallons of oil from last weekend that need to get recycled. Feels like it should be in there, but I think it still just freaks me out, like some kind of guillotine's waiting to happen. I can see the spring. window handle. All right, let me tell you what. If you have a bunch of projects and a lot of junk collecting around the house and you're slowly trying to fix it all, and you spend a lot of time buying parts at the auto parts store, you'll spend a lot of time buying the wrong part at the auto parts store. And then when you lose the receipt and you don't return it, then you end up with a lot of parts laying around. So you become your own personal junkyard / auto parts store. I bought this for a '73 van. What I needed was the door handle, and I wasn't paying attention. So this has been sitting in the van for probably 4 years. But it seems to be the right kind of splinification and everything else, because this is a '74, that's a '73, it's GM. So never returned it, and here we are. We might be in business. I think if I put this guy on here and use it to do the crankety crankety crankety, the whole assembly is going to rotate until I can line up the bolts. I think. Now I have to not lose this. Holy shnikes, that worked. Like fast. That's not in the track anymore. Balls. Wonder if I can loosen this guy. Slide it back in. Dang, I'm impressed. I've been at it, I don't know, probably about an hour, which for an easy project that feels like it should take 15 minutes, that's not half bad. I shouldn't adjust that yet. I'm bleeding from 78.2 spots on my hand, which, you know, I feel like that's gonna happen whether or not I spend 10 minutes or 6 hours on something like this. Guess we'll get this tightened up. Not getting my hopes up yet. Oh, there's that. I will admit this was literally the cheapest window regulator I could find on eBay. Pulling that tight. hot damn, sports fans, I'm impressed. A little shocked. I yanked this thing out with the door panel. I don't know if it goes in first or not, but anyway, that's not that interesting. I'm gonna see if I can button this guy up, and then considering I'm already shredded, I may as well reach into a different tiny little spot and replace the windshield wiper motor if we can. Alright, that sucked. Could have been way worse. So every victory is I don't have a saying for that. Anyway, that should keep more cold outside and more warm inside.